What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode. This is episode number 59. We're starting to do some stuff on the back of our Super Cup loss to Dortmund. I said when we played the game, as I often say if I'm doing like a Community Shield or a UEFA Super Cup at the start of the season, if I win it, I'm like, oh, yep, starting off with a victory, great start on the front foot, little minus silverware as well. If I lose it, it's a glorified friendly, isn't it really? So yeah, because we lost it wasn't too fast. And also a couple of bids following the loss as well, including one for our Belgian fullback, Leighton, out of the academy, who has some okay potential. Now, I didn't ask Dortmund for any more money than the small transfer fee they put in, but I did ask for a big sell-on clause of the maximum you can offer, which is 25%. Now, I don't know if you guys have the same experience as me here, but I often find it's impossible to negotiate a sell-on clause for one of your young players unless the AI club include it themselves, either in the initial offer or during a negotiation, as we reject bids here for Tyler Kehrer and also Hoffman for Atalanta, who of course signed a new contract in the summer. However, after the signing of DeMarco in the last episode, Maximilian Mittelstadt, left back who we signed from Hertha back in Season 2, 16.5 mil valuation, 28 years old, 80 rated, not sure he'll get any better now, and DeMarco is younger and higher rated. After the Italian arrived on a free transfer, I'm okay letting Mittelstadt go. He's not a bad backup left back, don't get me wrong, get some game time every now and then when I give Joshua Wagnerman a breather, but even so, I'm going to sell him. We negotiated a £22.5 million deal with Brentford. We don't need free class left backs here, so we've got Wagnerman, who's the highest rated player in the team at 86 overall, second highest rated player in the team at 86 overall, and Dardai's 87. Obviously, we've got DeMarco, who's literally just signed about a week ago, so obviously we don't really need Mittelstadt as well, so I'm okay letting him go to Brentford there for 22.5 mil. Yeah, I just can't seem to negotiate sell-on clauses, and it's kind of frustrating as well, because since they got added into the game, it's a really nice little, addition to transfer negotiations, but I think it's just a little bit too hard to negotiate them, because it's not too unrealistic for a big club to ask for a big sell-on clause if they're going to sell one of their young and brighter prospects as well. 25% is not an extortionate amount either. It's only quarter of the fee that the club would receive if they were to hypothetically sell them sometime down the line. So yeah, it's just a bit frustrating how it's almost impossible to negotiate unless the AI clubs offer it themselves. Anyway, first game of this season on the back of the Super Cup. Werder Bremen, newly promoted to the Bundesliga for this, the 5th season. And heading into the game, obviously, newly promoted team away against the champions. Of course, we were strong favourites for it. And after resting a lot of our players against Dortmund, this game coming 4 days later, this is the reason I did that. I wanted to make sure we'd win on the opening day in our title defence season. And what a perfect start early on into the game on his debut. Nikola Vlasic, giving him the number 9 jersey for this season, and he gets our first goal of the campaign as well as our new playmaker, gets his first goal in a Bielefeld shirt. So 1-0. Werder would hit back soon after, level it and make it 1-1, but this was a really great start to the season. Half an hour in, we'd already seen 3 goals, 2 of them by Bielefeld, and by the same player as well. And it's safe to say, on his debut, I was thinking, I don't think this guy's going to need an adjustment period to life here in Germany. Obviously, in England, with West Ham, he's not been exactly what you call spectacular under David Moyes so far. Though, of course, he's still very early days into his career in London. Wasn't phenomenal at Everton. He had much more success when going to CSKA Moscow. But I think Vlasic is a great player, excellent with the ball at his feet. And in this game, had bagged a brace already, half an hour into his Bielefeld career. But to be fair to Werder Bremen as well, I expected this to be a bit of a walkover, bit of a banker on the opening night, but instead they were really putting me under some pressure. They already levelled once in the game, then hit the post soon after, as we were still in front by a goal, and probably deservedly so, but the visitors, newly promoted, certainly giving me some cause for concern in the first half. So we're still leading by the single goal heading into the break, and after a header clear off the line here, we held that 1 goal advantage heading into the second half. So leading by 1, but warning signs in the first half. So in the second half, soon after the restart, I wanted to get our first 2-goal cushion of the game. Work the ball from left to right here. Felix Agu down the right hand side against his former club. Rolls into Jamie Llewellyn, last year's Golden Boot winner. He finds Florian Neuhaus. Lovely first touch and through ball to Robin Hack. And our number 21 gets his first of the season on the opening night. Do you remember last season, it took him like 8 or 9 games to get his first goal of the season? This year, no such problems. 3-1 to Bielefeld. 2-goal cushion for the first first time in the game, surely the points were going to be ours, and Robin didn't get his first goal of the game, but also his second as well soon after. It was 22.5 minutes to go, makes it 4-1 Arminia Bielefeld. To be fair to Werder Bremen in this game, did cause me some problems, but going forward, I had so many chances, and it's not a real surprise, because obviously last season we were the top scorers in the Bundesliga. Our game is built on high-powered offense, just like it is with every team I use in FIFA 22, and it's obviously quite ironic. I've talked about it before. The reason why I chose Bielefeld for this Bundesliga career mode was because I wanted to be a better defender. I wanted to learn how to defend better, and as we know, Bielefeld in Germany, they've got this fantastic defensive record for a team that's not established, if you will, in the Bundesliga. You know, they have a brilliant defensive record. They might not score that many, but they don't concede many either. But it's just ironic that in this career mode, it's been the complete opposite. Like, I score goals quite often. We were the top scorers last year, but defending is something I just simply can't do. But it's not just with this team, it's in FIFA in general. We got a 5th goal through Jamie Llewellyn, and whilst Werder would get a 2nd goal later on, we held on for the 3 points with a 3-goal cushion in this one, 5-2 on the final day. And yeah, I think this game kind of sums up exactly how this season is going to go, just like it has done since the series began. We will concede a lot, but we'll also score a lot as well, and probably be top scorers of the Bundesliga come the end of the season, just like last year. So following the win on the opening night, as you can see, some more offers here. One for Kunze, our holding mid, a loan offer which we rejected. Another bid for Middlestat as well, our German left back here. We are Stade Rennais for £23 million. That's £500,000 more than Brentford negotiated with us. But as you can see, whilst the deal was accepted, he did decide to go to Brentford in the end for £500,000 less. Not a big amount of money to lose out on, but Middlestat off to our former career mode team at the Community Stadium. Maximilian goes to West London and will take the sale. Once again, you see the sell-on clause there. You saw it with Kolo Muani. We'll lose around £3 million what we would have got due to that sell-on clause we negotiated when we signed him from Hertha Berlin back in Season 2. As we get another bid here for Tylo Kehrer. This guy's in hot demand this window. AC Milan signed Draxler. Now they want Kehrer. Looking for the PSG rejects, but of course we said no to that deal there, as Tylo Kehrer staying here. But yeah, the sell-on clause there does mean we'll miss out on around £3 million, but we still have over around £40 million to work with a week to go until the transfer window slams shut. So to be honest, you know, after we signed DeMarco, after we signed Adeyemi, you know, we got ourselves the squad I was looking for this season. I wasn't really planning to do anything with the £20 million remaining and just leave it until January in case some deals became available. But instead now, with over £40 million in the budget, I don't really know where we need to improve, because this team is good everywhere. And heading into the second game of today's, this is the second and final one here, Mainz away from home. I actually lost here last season, but 12.5 minutes in. And I talked about this having been the squad I wanted for this season. I'm really pleased with the improvements we've made. Tell you what, this guy could prove to be an absolute bargain from Real Sociedad. 3 goals already for Nikola Vlasic, who's already on fire. And I gave him the number 9 jersey because, of course, he'd be a starter in this team as Josip Brekalo drops to the bench. But 9 was the only first-team jersey number available. So I thought, do you know what? It's not too uncommon for an attacking midfielder or a winger to get given a number 9. I can sometimes be a little bit anal with squad numbers. I'm sure you guys have been able to tell before that sometimes I'm a little bit too picky with what numbers I give, but every now and then I like to change it up a little bit. And to be fair for Vlasic, he's finishing like a number 9 right now. 3 goals in 2 games. Robin Hack has the same record. He got our 2nd goal in this game as we were 2-0 up early in the first half and 40 minutes in. What a brilliant little back heel this was to release Ludwig. Ball into Jamie Llewellyn, and the finish by our number 10 for his 2nd of the season as we go 3 goals up, 41 minutes in. That was a really nicely worked goal there. Down the right flank, cutting inside with Ludwig, and Llewellyn with the finish. Playing some scintillating football in the first half. 3-0 up at the break, away at Mainz. And again, just like last season, proof in the early stages. We will be the top scorers this year. I've got no doubt in my mind. So, leading by 3 away against Mainz. Hopes would get themselves a glimmer of hope 12 minutes after the restart. McGregor at Mainz makes it 3-1 and gets them back in the game. But I never really felt too concerned, because whilst I knew when going forward Mainz had chances to get back in the game as they did there because my defence is so fragile, going forward, I mean, just looking like I could score with every single attack. And 62 minutes in after Mainz just got back in the game. 5 minutes afterwards, we restored our 3-goal cushion. Jamie Llewellyn hits the woodwork, but who's there to turn in from close range? Goodness gracious me, Nikola Vlasic, 4 goals for the Croatian and new signing right now, playing like a number 9. Unbelievable, 4 goals in 2 games. What a signing he's already proven to be from Real Sociedad. And attacking midfielders in this team have been so crucial since the very beginning. First Okugal, who was our talisman, then Brekalo, who came in, who single-handedly won us the Europa League final. But now there's a new hero in the attacking midfield role, and it's Nikola Vlasic, the Croatian, with 2 goals in a 4-2 victory over Mainz. Once again, defensively, a little bit shaky, a little bit fragile, but, you know, it doesn't matter if you can't defend, if you score more goals. Simple as that. If you score more goals than your opponent, you win 100% of the time. Yep, there's a little bit of philosophy for you there. Anyway, following the win, as you can see, 2 bids here for our CBs. Amos Piper, we rejected, and also another bid for Tyler O'Gara. The bids keep on coming in here for our centre-halves this season. And as we end today's episode off here, on the back of back-to-back wins in the Bundesliga, we had a draw for the Champions League group stage for our 2nd year in Europe's Premier competition, where Arminia Bielefeld have been drawn against in the Champions League. Spurs, Marseille and CSKA Moscow in Group B for this season, and it's not the easiest of groups. Just like last season, I do think we can get out of it, but certainly not what you call an easy group. Last year, of course, we had PSG, lest we forget, but this year, Antonio Conte, Spurs, Olympique Marseille. I love playing at the Velodrome in this game as well, so looking forward to that away day there, and also CSK in Moscow as well. Are we good enough to get through? Absolutely, but once again, not exactly what you call an easy group for our 2nd year in the Champions League. But after back-to-back wins in the Bundesliga and over £40 million remaining and deadline day right around the corner, it's not been a bad start for Arminia Bielefeld in our title defense season. But that will end today's episode of the Bundesliga Career, guys. Big fan. If you enjoyed it, if you haven't, please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for next episode of the Bundesliga Career featuring a transfer deadline day signing very soon.